Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Slovenia. Welcome to Canon Central and Eastern Europe. My name is Jean Mazel, and this is my pleasure to have you connected. But this is also very exciting because we have a lot of VIP guests with us today. Hello, everyone from Croatia, Albania, Kosovo, Slovenia, of course. Romania, Bulgaria, and Greece, and maybe I forgot, but hello everybody. Hello Marco, hello Cecilia. We are very happy to have you all here today. We have decided to organize an online event, but this is also an offline event because now we can restart to organize Canon event with our guests. So for people that are connecting now on internet, please be aware that we have a lot of people here, and we have also fantastic performers, skateboarder, BMX, dancer, and hip-hop, dancer, I don't know, so many performers. So welcome to Canon, welcome to Slovenia. We are here in Ljubljana, fantastic Slovenia, skate park in Slovenia, and thanks to everyone. Let me introduce Simeon Querrie, our content creator, Canon content creator, and his duplication, Drazen, content creator from Slovenia. They are both filmmaker expert, I would say. And in that context, we have decided to organize a multicam event into a skate park for us as Canon to present our range of cameras, cinema EOS, cine lenses, zoom, and also PTZ camera. We have also some displays there, some remote solution, IP remote solution, and solution in general. We call it Professional Imaging Solution, okay? So, I will now leave the floor to Simeon and Drazen, but just before that, guys, for people that are there, so here you have the stage, you can come, you can be with us, and here on the left you have the PGM, with a multi-viewer and also with a sound, okay? So you can at any time look at the PGM. There is also the team from the switchers there, and all the technical team are there, so we can ask, we can exchange. Let's use this time to have discussion, okay? Finally, this is a cinematography multicam event because these two guys, they like cinematography and they like to do multicam event, multicam capture, multicam activity using large sensor camera with cinematic image looks. I think I speak quite a lot, so
Very
now
good.
It's your turn.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Also, welcome to those of you who are joining us online. Thank you very much for hanging out with us over the course of the next 2 hours or so. What we're doing here is very, very different. In fact, we are making up as we go along. We just decided to fill a skate park with talented creators and performers, technical experts, so that we can all just have fun over the course of the next 2 hours or so. Please feel free to get hands-on as well with the cameras and with the technology. There's probably things you're desperate to try, like the jib or controlling the PTZ cameras. Because we are on a physical location, just a little bit of housekeeping, we have to remember our health and safety. If you're at home, sitting comfortably, you're okay. But for those of you that are here, please just watch out on the floor. We have cables along the floor. This is a live set that you will be able to move through. You see the slopes that are here. I've tried running up the slope. I do not recommend it. You will probably slide back down again. So if you would like to get up to the top, we have a ladder that's just there to climb up very carefully as you look around and walk around the physical space. But please look out for your health and safety. Look out for one another. Ultimately, we're here to have a lot of fun. Drazen, what we're doing here today is we're blending a world of cinematography. Your background is like advertising cinematography. I know last week you were doing like a car commercial. Explain what your thought process is behind what we're doing today.
Sure. I mean, even in today's advertising world, it has become very common to have a multi-cam type of environment because you want to make the most out of your production resources and time. And basically having the capacity of having full rigged camera and then small light and mobile cameras that even shoot RAW with the latest firmware, like a Canon C70, is something that can be truly appreciated because you can combine different looks and maximize your available time.
I love it. So for you, you're often using large sensor cameras. The key is the aesthetic, the storytelling. But now we're almost running in very much a live broadcast type of scenario. So when you're recording internally, absolutely, you might be recording cinema raw light. You may be shooting at 4K. What's going out of the cameras to those that are watching, for example, live with us online?
Yeah, this line of Canon Cinema EOS cameras allow us to shoot 4K internally, progressive, and output 1080i, which is still the golden standard for broadcast. And basically, we are combining the best of both worlds. On one side, we are making long-term content that can sit on the shelf and you can use for promos and intros. On the other hand, we are outputting C-Log, Rec 709, wide dynamic range image that is matched across the cameras for a broadcast solution.
I love it. So we have how many cameras here today?
Today we have 6 cameras with us, and they each and one of them has its own character. It's like little heroes.
Okay. So walk us through some of the setups that you've got here. We've got a big camera just at the back.
Yeah, we got 2. Let's start with the light setups.
Okay.
The C70 guys, please raise your hands up. So
in
over
fact,
here we have
through.
2 C70s. One is rigged with a 70 to 200 4.4 servo zoom. It's the compact version. And the other one is using handheld with an RF 24 to 70 2.8.
So do you know what I'd love to do? For those of you, I know some of you are watching on the screens, but because this is a physical space, do you mind, let's come on through. Come on straight through.
Let's
Don't be
fill up
shy.
this space.
Don't be shy. Come on. I know some of you want to.
The key word of today's hanging out workshop is immersive experience.
Yeah. Please
You're gonna
come on
get
through.
to shoot the shot yourself. You will be sliding the cameras and doing what we do, and we are opening sharing the creative process with you.
Nice. Now, I know a number of you feel like, oh my goodness, you're about to walk into a live TV scene and setup. No, actually, this is more about you here, being present with us, and a load of you are watching also online as well, but please come on through as we work in this space a little bit. So you said we've got here
the C70s, and then we have the C300 Mark III. Guys, please, the C300 camera operators, raise your hand. Thank you. So basically, it's a really C300, since the first generation, has become an instant classic in terms of broadcast documentary type of production. And yeah, we have on the slider, we have the beautiful 25 to 250 2.9 lens.
Nice.
When you reach the extended range in the 250, it changes to 3.9. But this is a lens that only weighs 3.9 kilos, and this is amazing because if we compare it to anything else in the broadcast industry, this is a really super combo.
Love it. So let's not go into too much detail right now with the individual cameras. What we'll do is we'll start to have a little bit of fun and actually get a setup rolling a little bit so we can actually see the cameras working in practice, because we know we have a village round the corner, a video village for those of you watching online, lots of screens together showing the output. You've brought a friend with you, right?
Yeah, I brought a friend with me. I mean, what would there be? Would there be a party without a DJ? I don't think so. So please, let's move here. Let's try, go from theory to practice, and let us show us the way we approach the scenes. So, yeah,
come on
everybody,
through.
just move in. Let's move the crane in. The C300s stay as they are. And yeah, we are moving the C70. The C70, please can you give me a nice medium close-up shot with some flares in the back? And you can go the face tracking mode because you don't need to pull focus. That's one of the beautiful things with the Canon C70, the Canon Cinema EOS system, it's the dual focus face tracking features. one of the best in the industry, which allow the operator to focus on nailing the composition and leaving the camera to do its magic. Then we have, this is a C500 with an 80 to 80 lens, 4.4. Basically, guys, all I need from you is to prepare me a nice, symmetrical, long shot, full frame. I want to see the speakers, obviously also the lights. So for the rest of the cameras, we have a handheld because being too static just cuts the energy of the frames. So we decided to have one completely handheld camera on the Easy Rig. And basically, and the behind the scenes and everything else, DJ, it's your time.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
So let's take a look at the monitors as well, because I'd love to take a look and see what the setup is actually looking like.
Okay, so in the meantime, I invite you, everyone, to come to the big monitors to see how it looks like in practice. Pump it up a little bit. I want to hear ya.
Right, so here we've got our output. This is not a reference monitor, so it's just giving us an idea of the composition and the different shots we've got being mixed live. Got nice symmetry on that center angle. Okay, there was a camera shot there that I noticed. Can we just bring the DJ down just for a second? Thank you, DJ. So at the very back, I just noticed we had an angle from the back. There's a camera that's over there. I can just see it above the oil drum. What's the camera that we've got there?
Yeah, it's the PTZ. Or this one camera?
Yes.
This is the PTZ, the 500. The pan-tilt zoom camera, which allow us to get the reverse shot, and basically we can control everything, all the elements, the pan, the tilt, the zoom.
That's the shot there.
Yeah, that's the shot there.
Right.
It's a 1-inch CMOS sensor, and it's a weather-sealed camera. Basically, you can put it anywhere you want, and it's operated by the guys in the back, which gives you, the luxury of controlling without the camera operator, but controlled by the guy who's doing the switching and just adjusting.
So typically, where I've seen this work is in scenes where you've got multiple PTZs in various different locations. You don't have the ability and the flexibility to have an operator on location there. So you'll be able to control remotely panning, tilting, zooming, and then you've also got that shallow depth of field and bokeh because of that sensor size. Now that sensor size isn't the same as a C500 Mark II, but the flexibility that it gives you when you're working remotely is really fantastic. And of course, we don't want an operator right back there in that shot. The camera that we've got there is white. I would say that's probably not the most ideal camera to blend in with the background. Does it come in black?
Excuse me, which one?
The PTZ.
Yeah, I mean...
We have black ones as well, fine. So the reason why the white ends up being useful is because it has the ability to kind of reduce the heat.
So yeah, the thing is that, the thing is that we had live event companies that wanted to buy white ones because they don't get so hot in the sun. Whereas in studio locations, most of the times you'll find black ones. It's sort of a mix and match. So we have white and black. You can choose to whatever suits your needs.
I love that. I love that. That's excellent. Should we run through a bit of a setup and actually see what these cameras are like doing in actual?
I mean, you keep mixing, and I would just get some additional infos. DJ, we can go up a little bit, and let's go with the crane shot, please. Let's mix in the crane shot, please. Okay. And Marco, would you be so kind just to do one editing session of what we have in here? The DJ, where are your hands? Raise your hands up, man. Okay. So I think we are warmed up. I have an idea. Let's move back, guys. I see there's a lot of people dancing here. They're feeling the vibes. Simeon, what do you think? Shall we do something with these dancers?
Yes.
That would be cool, right?
Yeah, that would work. That's work. What do you have in mind?
All right. Guys, I have a question for the DJ. Do you accept requests? No requests. Come on, man. What's the DJ who doesn't? Just one. For these beautiful ladies. Yes, please. Ladies, let's come on down here. Let's move the crane back. And let's see what we can make out of, trying to improvise a beautiful dance sequence.
Careful as you come down.
Yeah, she's a pro, man.
Pro. Oh, there we go. There we
Okay,
go.
she's a pro. What do you say? How does this sound to you, man?
Yeah, I think that works. I think I'm really liking the play of light that we've got here coming through.
Yeah, just let's add some depth. I'm gonna move you a little bit closer toward here. So we are creating depth. We are using all the advantages of this space. And, we are progressing in terms, the DJ was quite a static scene, right? One person only, being a very controlled environment. And now we're gonna have 3 dancers, and let's see how this setup of cameras can react to fast-moving objects. The settings are still the same. Wide dynamic range, Rec 709. This is a daylight-based scene. And one of the things that I wanted to mention, this is very specific because we are doing this in a semi-studio type of environment. Obviously, we have some daylight pouring in from all the sides, but these cameras can truly manage a rather large, a very nice dynamic range. And you're gonna see it yourself. DJ, are you ready? Okay, take over.
Please give them a round of applause. They definitely deserve a round of applause. Love that. Excellent. Thank you, Željko.
All right, congrats, guys. This was awesome. It was a blast from the past. I feel,
I just want to mention one thing. So, Anna, if you stay as you are, I'm going to bring you around to the screen. So I just want to break down what you're doing here from a cinematic standpoint.
So
we're going to stand back from the speakers so we don't get too much feedback.
I have a question actually for Željko. Željko, I loved it, but I know you for a long time, and I know that you like to spice things up. Do you have any ideas how we could just tweak it a little bit?
Yeah, it's always difficult to catch the dancer in a movement, I think. but now it's gonna be probably even more difficult, or maybe easy, because we're gonna add on some prop. So let's see if it makes it more like photogenic.
Okay, so we are trying to make things a little bit more challenging. I would like the handheld camera to switch to face tracking. So we're gonna start here, so he can get the face tracking mode, and maybe just for a moment, turn on the display so they can see the way the display, so I can have you on the monitor. Can you put the handheld camera on the program so we see the menus, how it reacts, the smoothness. Okay, you can put the face tracking on me, and then we're gonna switch with Željko.
So here what we have is a C70 setup. We've got the RF lenses, which are even quicker than the EF lenses. They've got more contact points. And so what that means is the autofocus reacts much more quickly than the EF. When we now add on the face tracking, which you've got on now, is that showing on screen? You have to give me a nod if you're able to see that on the on-screen text over here. Not yet. So we're going to get some on-screen text to actually show you what the operator is seeing. And you'll see a box that then goes round the face. And if you have face priority turned on, as our performers move, then you'll start to actually see that tracking on there as well.
Obviously, this face tracking is working great in medium to American type of shots when there is enough space area, real estate of the face, because this is where, and it also needs contrasty areas. But you know, it's something that really helps and can save you the shooting day, especially when you are doing handheld stuff or trying to hide the camera in difficult to reach positions.
I love that. So if you stay there, I'm going to be checking. Oh, is it working on?
Okay.
I dare not move. I don't know which camera's got it switched on.
I think our performers are ready. Who's ready for another take of the sweet sounding sounds of the 90s?
Oh, so we've got jackets on here for extra movement. So you did have a way of like stepping things up a little bit.
Yeah.
From an art direction standpoint, this is really nice, right? Because you've got the natural colors of the concrete, if you can call them natural, but you've also matched the tone as well. So everything's very nicely art directed here, which
I
works
think,
brilliantly.
yeah, the production design is working into our favor, definitely. Guys, the dance floor is yours. DJ, that song, it was so nice, we gotta play it twice. No, как držimo se tega formata? Let's give another round of applause for this beautiful performance. Thank you, guys. I am amazed.
So
This
what
is
was
truly top-notch, through the roof hip-hop performance. I'm loving it. Here's a high five flying all
like
over to you girls and to you, Željko. Congrats. Love it.
So Drazen, just for a second, if I may, you probably noticed there that on that C70, we had that face tracking,
Yeah.
but you noticed when the performer turned round and had the back, the face tracking was still working, right? Because it identified the individual, then the color tone, and then as the performer rotated around, it still kept locked on. So you can imagine the kind of creative possibilities. I do use that feature a lot. Thank you, Drazen. Back to you.
And when you're setting the face tracking, there is a trick you should know. Guys, I suggest, you can come over here a little bit. So I usually love to see my audience, but yeah, if
The
you wish.
screen's cool as
It's
well.
Cool.
That's right.
Stay there. Enjoy the show. So the face tracking has two tweaks. You can go face priority or face only mode. The face only mode is the cinematic one, which means if I leave the shot, there is no searching for focus anymore. And this is something I usually use because I like to have my entrances in the shot, and out of the shot, the focus is waiting. And there is another thing that I would like you to pay attention. As you can see, one of the most cinematic shots out of the 6 is the crane shot. And the crane shot, basically we have 2-man operators, but I want to point out the remote controller, the RCV100, because it has all access to all the main controls over the camera, which means that the crane operator can solely focus on the composition and the moving. This is the only thing he has to think about, because his assistant is controlling the aperture, the iris, the zoom, the focus, everything. Maybe we can demonstrate, let's do a crane up, but someone needs to stand, so I would rather be here.
All right, I'm going to come in front whilst you explain it.
Okay, let's switch places, bro. Okay, so what we can do, one of the most complicated shots is like pushing the cameras and zooming slowly in the same time. Look how smooth and controlled this is. Basically, he's controlling the focus, the iris, the zoom, and we are getting this beautiful high-end professional shot in a broadcast type of environment. And this is something everyone can truly appreciate, especially the viewers and the clients. So, and basically the lens that we are using is a 18 to 84.4 compact zoom lens. It's a very affordable lens that packs a punch. We use it even on car commercials and all high-speed angles shots, because it has the sweet range and it's very light and it can be easily placed on a gimbal. So this is something I wanted to point out, but I think it's time for some more high-speed action. And let me just, pass the mic to you. I mean, the whole broadcast, everything that's broadcast related, the sweet spot is sports, right?
So let's add in a little bit of sports. You've probably seen that we have some fantastic, we've got riders and skaters. We go skaters first?
Let's go with the skaters first.
Let's do that.
Okay, guys, so now we're gonna demonstrate you how this setup works in a high-speed sports environment, because these are the hardest things to shoot, to have control over, and this is where the two C300s will really shine, because they're having the cinema server zooms, which means having a professional broadcast zoom with both control over zoom and focus. The skaters.
Look at that.
Yeah. I think
like
you're
that
gonna love this place. Let's
some
put
fun.
some music on and have some fun. Skaters, let's go. Action.
Also, while they're practicing, if anyone wants to actually have a little bit of a go on the jib or any of the devices, please feel free to take a little bit of control. Are you going to have a go? Come on, let's do it. We have a new crew member for you. Come on, now, come on. We'll do it together. Right, so you're going to be the educator, the trainer. So you have a new crew member. If anyone would like to have a little bit of a go here as well, more than welcome to do so. So at the moment we're just finding the shots, essentially, creatively. See that the cameras are cutting really well together, which just because the color science is the same naturally.
They're jamming, that's for sure. Here's the rider, his name is Beto, but we like to call him the cowboy. He's an excellent all-around skater from street and transitions as well. We have my man Beno riding here. He's one of the transition specialists. All right, this is part of this extreme urban culture.
So, Drazen, if you don't mind, I have our talented operator who's currently been using an easy rig, is taking the easy rig off just for a moment, is going to go handheld, because the C70 has got that image stabilization. It's particularly strong as well when you pair the C70, which has got the RF mount, with an RF lens. So now our operator's running totally freehand, but also matching the movement of the talent on the skateboard as well. Really nice. I'm going to take a look at that for myself. I'm going to skip underneath. Really nice work. So if we can switch for a second to our C70 that's handheld. I can't quite see the camera number that's on there. Just to see.
Yeah, let's switch to the C70 handheld. This camera is using both the lens image stabilization as well as the camera image stabilization. And this is one of the first time that these two really work in sync.
So you've got the option, could work totally with manual focus, but it could also go into an autofocus mode, for example, with the selectable area, keeping it in a center position.
Lovely.
And that way, as it moves, should we try that? Because the autofocus, naturally, with face tracking, with this type of movement, it would be a real struggle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do the selectable area for autofocus. So we're doing a little bit of experimentation, right? We're doing a bit of a jam session. This is part of that creative process that we go through. So we're going to change from manual focus, which is what we were doing a second ago for the C70, but into an autofocus, but keeping a selectable zone.
All right, thank you skaters for now. This was impressive. Let's give another big round of applause for our riders, man. The skateboarding, I used to be a skateboarder myself, and this is one of the hardest sports around, and I'm so glad it made it to the Olympics. But we have another sport.
Wait, you just said that you did skateboarding yourself. It almost feels like you
Yeah.
were suggesting you were going to do some skateboarding.
Let's leave something for later
Oh,
on,
okay.
shall we? But it's a nice suggestion, you know.
You suggested
So,
it.
yeah, this is the perfect polygon, also not only for skaters, but also for BMX riders. So, BMX riders, are you ready, guys? I think they warm it up. So, let's just go
let's get up,
with
let's do
that.
it.
You sure you can handle?
Let's see what you got.
Let's jam it.
Oh, that looks good. That looks good.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
So our C70 is now running with the autofocus, but we've got a selectable area. So that shot there is autofocus, manual, auto.
You sure you can handle? Okay. We can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight check. You sure you can handle? We be
This is looking really good.
I mean, as you can see, the two Cine server zooms, the 17 to 120 and the 25 to 250, they really deliver a punch. There is a distinct look, which is very pleasing. The camera operators are nailing almost every single shot, and they're shooting at T4.4 to T50. They have this really pleasing shallow depth of field, but the riders are sharp. And this is what the new age of broadcasting is all about. Delivering cinema quality in a fast-paced sports environment and nailing it almost every single time. This is the 70 to 200. Yeah.
Looking really good.
Guys, what are you saying? Do you love these beautiful shots?
Just talk us through what you're doing from a lighting perspective here as well, because
Yeah, sure.
we've got we've got daylight coming in, but I can see that you've also supported the lighting as well externally.
So basically we are using to add a little bit of contrast to the scene. We have two RE daylights, a 40 in the back, which is giving us these beautiful stripes and structures on the left side.
Marco, could you go to the crane, please, the wide, just so we can see that? Nice. So you've got external lighting, you mean just around this corner?
Yeah, exactly. There is a big 40 cutting through the fence and giving us these beautiful stripes over here and over here. These are points of interest that add the juicy stuff to the image. And there is another one over here, and they're both HMI lamps, which means they're balanced to 5,600 kelvins, but I put a quarter CTO just to add a little bit of sunny feeling, which nicely matches the two blinders in the back. Because we have blinders, and that's an old school tungsten lamp. It's 4 kilowatt on one side and 4 kilowatt on the other. And you know, nothing can match or replicate the tungsten. It's been tried before, but this is tested through time all over and over again. And these two lights, they give us this kind of show performance type of feeling. Don't you agree?
Yeah, really nice. Thank you for breaking down your setup there. And naturally,
And
you chose
then-
a location that was undercover as well. So we had that kind of consistency as the sun moves across throughout the day.
Sure. And then we have the sky panel over here, which is an RGB LED light that packs a true punch, and it has become instantly, when it came out, an industry standard, and it still is. I mean, we are using sky panels on each and every shooting set, And the reason why I went for 4,400 kelvins is because it gives us the pleasing skin tones. I didn't want our presenters and the show to be cold and distant because this is an interactive, immersive experience, and we just blended in some nice warm lights, which kind of blend with a big soft source, which is the sky that's pouring in. And basically a very simple yet effective lighting setup. And as you can see, the way I approach this is lighting in layers. The riders, they have good light in the whole depth. It's not just like a tiny little spot. And the only lights that can be seen are the blinders, and they're really good looking, right? So this is pretty much our lighting setup for today.
Thank you for breaking that down.
Okay, guys. Whoa, have you seen
that?
this?
We've been
this was
talking whilst they've been
beautiful.
pulling
Mika,
off.
way to go. Okay, so let's have, it's hard to stop these guys. They're having so much fun. Okay, guys, let's have a little break. And now I would like all members of the guests, please come forward. It's time for our Q&A session.
We have a little bit of a rest time now as well, so please come forward. Jean is
We
going
are
to come
having some
forward
rest
as well.
time. We're going to have some Q&A. Okay, so we have also
we can come to
George,
you.
our Canon expert. So guys, please, now we already know each other.
Let's come over there.
Don't be shy.
Let's go over here.
Yeah, but
We've got a roaming camera.
Okay.
We're going to work the roaming camera.
okay.
Awesome.
Sledimo.
Perfect.
Wow, Bangladesh. Obviously, this is going to change a little bit the lighting scheme, but it's not a problem, right?
Here
So
we're
the-
just having a bit of a jam session. If you've got kind of questions, we've got Jean. Jean,
John, come with us.
come.
Yeah. So I know that it was a lot of, we are overwhelming you a little bit with informations, but yet I'm sure there are some questions in the air. And since we are all here, we are more than glad to share our knowledge and experience with you guys.
Yeah, so anybody has a question?
In terms of
In English, in any language, we can manage translation.
I mean, this is only to prove the simplicity and the efficiency of the Canon system. I think this is one of the things that really caught on me because it's an out-of-the-box system that can grow with you. And the simplicity of setting up and matching the camera is really at the very top of the industry.
Anybody has a question? Very important. Coming from you. Not regarding especially Canon product, I mean regarding today's, how it works, or anybody want to start to ask? Let's start a discussion, you know.
I have a question. I noticed we have a B4 mount or lens on the C500. It's not typically, I tend to use like cinema compact cine zooms. Explain, there's a mount on there.
So there's no before mount. They are both in EF mount, but you can mount before lens on the camera. We have an adapter. An optical adapter that allows you to do, there is an optical adapter that allows you to mount a before lens, and we have lens control, thank you so much, Jan, on the cameras. So yes, you can mount, but here we have Super 35 lenses. So we have the 25-50 and the 17-120 Cine Servo zooms. These are basically custom made for this sort of cameras, and they are somehow the industry standard for documentary or sort of commercial work. They are, let's say, the bigger brothers of the 1880 and 7200 compact Cine Servo zooms.
Thank you.
Let me just add my take on this, right? One of the most beautiful things of the Canon EF and RF system is the amount and the variety of lens that can be used with these cameras. For the C500 Mark II and C300 Mark III, they share the same PL mount adapter, which means it opens up ground to use all the professional cinema lenses that are existing out there. At the same time, now we have also the introduction of the RF system that I think has a very bright future. And basically, the RF system, because of its flange distance, allows you to put on this camera every single existing lens. All cameras also allow you to switch for full frame to S35 and 2K, which means that even when you're using an existing Fujinon or B4 type of mount lens, you can use it on the same system. You don't have to throw your lens, etc. I mean, it's just an option. Obviously, it's optimized when you use Canon lenses on Canon cameras. This is the match made in heaven, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about that because, of course, C500 Mark II, full frame. So that ability to crop in becomes very useful as you work with different lenses that have got different lens coverage.
Okay, we got a question from internet, which is why you decided to put some PTZ in which are small sensor, and we have Cinema EOS with Super 35, full frame, and PTZ. What is the benefit for you here today?
Okay, so my take on this, we decided to go with the PTZ camera at the back because it doesn't require any additional attention or manpower to operate it. And it's very discreet. I wanted the focus to be on the performance, not on a camera operator in the back moving and causing some distractions to the content we are producing. And this is an amazing, amazing solution because you can be very professional. It's a 10-bit camera. It matches nicely. It has the wide dynamic range, the C-Log 3, and it matches the rest. And it also opens up this whole event from a reverse point of view.
The other thing is at the moment we're not using it to its full capability today because we do have a remote at the Video Village. So at the moment what you see it wide and it's just set to wide. But we could have Harold literally zoom in, pan, move around, giving us that flexibility. You see a lot of almost documentary TV as well, where these cameras are being placed in scenes and in locations. So it just gives you those additional creative elements. Also, for those of you that have been watching online, you've been seeing the whole setup and the whole scene, and that's been happening with the PTZ that's right at the back, up really high. Again, it's just giving us that flexibility, but without having to think too much from an operator's standpoint.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, for new age, modern type of production, leaving a small footprint yet delivering professional results, this is the magic combo, and this is something we are always looking for. I mean, look, we have a 6-camera setup here, but it's tiny. We are moving from shot to shot. The camera operators are changing positions and giving a whole variety of different shot sizes and shot moods in a very short amount of time.
Great. No
Okay.
question, Martin? Yeah, Martin has a question. So, Martin from Romania, hello, how are you?
Hi guys.
Hi.
So we are talking about the CRN500 camera. I think one nice feature of the camera is that you can have custom picture profiles on it. How do you see matching the PTZ camera with the large sensor cameras? How was the matching challenge? I mean, in terms of image alignment, colors, and could you easily integrate that in the large sensor multicam workflow?
Yeah, this is a great question. I mean, the PTZ is the camera that was hardest to match yesterday because it has a 1-inch CMOS sensor, and the other sensors are, obviously we have this S35 and the full frame on the C500 Mark II. So there is this gap, but due to the common color science from Canon, it makes it relatively easy to put it in there and to find the saturations, the contrast. But there is something we have to take into account. As I mentioned in the beginning, this is a semi-studio environment. Now we have a big bounce from here. The light is constantly changing. And the thing that's really good with the PTZ, it can be remotely controlled with one single man doing it from the switcher. it doesn't require additional employees, manpower to do that. And this is a big advantage over the other cameras.
So it took us the whole amount of 3 minutes yesterday to match them, actually. You were just telling me to add a bit of blacks and a bit of contrast, and that was it. This is how we matched it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was washed out because it's shooting toward a black backlit scene. So the blacks were washed out, and George added a little bit of contrast and boosted just a tiny bit of saturation, and we got great results.
Yeah, so 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's on the wrong side of the scene typically, right? So we had to just push it a little bit more, but it came together.
Hi there. I'm Sasha from Cinematography from Serbia. The C300 Mark III or C500 Mark II can be added extension unit at the back. So that give them Ethernet port, so they give them possibility to connect them with the IP100 controller, yes?
Correct.
What kind of control do you get when you connect them like that? Can you have it one controller for PTZ and those cameras, C300 or C500?
Yeah, I think these are, I'm going to take and then I'm going to pass it over to you. The extension unit really transforms the C300 and the C500 into the powerhouses. They can be easily fitted any type of Netflix, HBO, multicam, gen lock, synced, 4 channels of balanced audio with the V-Lock. Basically, this is what the industry needs, and the unit really superpowers this camera. In terms of the other rest, I'm gonna pass my...
You can have control, but it's first of all dependent on the lens, because obviously if you have a Cineservo zoom, of course you'll have access to all of this. If you don't, you will only, if you have like a normal EF mount lens, you'll just have control to focus. And then you have to take into account that the panel is made for PTZ operation. So while you have access to basically all the functions, the panel itself is optimized for PTZ control, so you still have to browse to things. But we do have the RCV100, which is here, which is basically a remote control operation panel, and here you have everything. So it really depends. We have another one.
Come.
So it really depends what you want to do with it. If you want to have like broadcast control, this is the way to go. If you want to match it with PTZ cameras, then it will work that way. But there is a lot more on the, let's say, physical control on this.
Yeah, but I was looking forward to have one controller for all the cameras in the set.
It does work, just that this is much easier to use. That one is, so if you need it, it works, to make it simple.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, guys, thank you for all the questions. It's we are, getting to know a little bit better all these cameras.
I can see a lot also watching in the video village behind the scenes as well. We've got the Canon reference monitor that's there, so you're able to kind of look at that dynamic range as well. Of course, the output that we've been doing and sending out to you live has been in a Rec 709, but for me, I love shooting C-Log 3. I know, are you a C-Log 2 or a C-Log 3?
I'm more of a C-Log 3 guy.
C-Log 3?
Yeah, I love the clean blacks. I don't mind having just a narrower dynamic range. Because I think in the new age production, speed and quality, we need to match these two. And just look, we are changing scene. I mean, this is a big impro jam session, and we are getting perfectly well-lit, balanced images out of the box without stopping. And this is not many camera systems can do.
Yeah, I was just caught ourselves on camera there.
Yeah.
And you're right, as we switch between each angle, skin tones are working.
Yeah.
And of course, when you are recording internally, taking that footage off, grading that footage afterwards, really works well. Or if you're filming in slow motion, for example, whilst on the output, you're not going to see it slow motion, but then in post-production, being able to create your replay highlight reels, very powerful.
Sure, sure. I mean, these cameras, the C300s, they can shoot 4K up to 120 frames, which, satisfies all lifestyle needs in modern broadcast cinema production. But, okay, I think the writers are getting a little bit impatient.
Okay, so we give them something a bit more challenging to do?
Let's spice it up a little bit, if you're up to it. So now we're gonna go for the best trick contest, guys. So BMX riders,
Okay.
You've shown us a lot of nice tricks, but now we want to see the best of them. So everybody, all the crew, let's get back on shooting. Let's warm
let's
up
get back
these
in the
cameras.
zone. We're going to get this set back to life again. We'll have some music recyclement just to get the energy going a little bit. Excellent, thank you.
Okay, and I want to invite now our special guest. He's a very good friend of mine. His name is Foggy. Foggy, come here. He's a skate legend, and he will be the judge because we need to keep it legit. We need someone who knows what skateboarding and BMX riding is all about, and how are we gonna approach this, man?
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Well, we'll see what we can see, and they're gonna do what they were gonna do. What do you think?
Well, I would suggest let's give them a couple minutes to warm up, to find out what will be the trick, and then set a time limit, and you're gonna give them a notice like, this rider, go now for the best trick. And about who the winner is, the audience with the applause will decide, and also you as a judge. Does it work well
So
for you,
feel
man?
free to come on forward if you would
That's
like
gonna
to,
be
or
the
if you want to
best.
watch on some of the reference monitors
What you
or
said was
Video
gonna be the
Village.
best.
Please take your pick.
Yeah, we're still waiting for a few skaters.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna start with the BMX riders. We start with the BMX riders. All of them. Yeah, all the right people in all the right places are already here. Perfect. Okay, so cameras, let's get ready. Round 2, best trick contest for bike riders. Let's move on.
Why you so salty? I'll still take a bite. Okay, you can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django. Take you on a ride. We're gonna burn for the night. Why you so salty? I'll still take a bite. We can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show.
This is
You sure you can
this is still the
handle?
warm-up
We
session.
be faster than Django.
We're gonna give them a couple of minutes to warm up because this is an extreme sport. We wanna push the limits, but yet keep it safe for these guys. The camera is still moving. Great, the 70 to 200 just went in the back. Whoa!
Yeah, that was a
There
nice
some
air.
nice air, man, in the air.
We're in touch. Okay, who's next? Let's see what you got for us. That was a nice alley-oop.
You sure you can handle? Okay, you can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show.
We want to see some good tricks going down, guys.
We be faster than Django.
Yeah. Go, go, Micha. Show us what you got. Manny, you got it?
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, that was a nice 360 on top.
Can't stop.
Dale, spin some music.
Can't stop.
While the BMX riders are riding, our skateboarders are warming up, motivating themselves with some music. Oh, that's a nice combination. Who's next, guys? Yeah, nice manual. And a nose wheelie also.
Okay.
We want to see go down. Micha getting some speed for himself and getting a manual. And look at those technical combinations. Drazen, you enjoying it?
I'm loving it, man.
You can see guys are having fun. They're all friends between each other. They know what they're doing.
Oh, a nice 360. Lovely.
Guys, show us some more. We want to see some more action.
Oh
that
yeah,
was a
this
nice.
is already a hot item for the best trick contest. Okay, DJ, just turn a little bit down. I think from this moment on, let's go for the best trick contest. I see you're all warmed up. Each rider, let's have a countdown, 2 minutes to pull out. Okay, so let's start the counter, 2 minutes. First rider, show us what you have in your trick bag. Music up.
You got it, guys. You showed us all, but we want to see
Let's go
some
with
more.
the first rider. Thanks, guys.
You've been saving something for us. Let's see. So each guy has 2 minutes, and we want to see go down everything. Look at the fakey riding and dropping in. Oh, you got this one. We know you got it. I've seen you do it before. Now you just have to do it. There's so many cameras.
Okay, let's go, yeah. Mika is riding now.
Let's go like
Mika,
this, yeah.
Fish routes.
Yeah, it was a
Look at these
nice
cameo
menu.
shots, guys. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we call it the boneless?
Oh.
In skateboarding, we say boneless. The trick he just did. And look at that air. Yeah, nice one,
Okay,
Mika.
this was. Let's give a big round of applause for Mika. I mean, that was top-notch riding, man.
Even skaters are supporting it.
Okay, so the next. Oh,
That was a close one.
yeah, it's a rather difficult trick.
Okay, okay. Yes. That was a nice combo.
Okay, just slightly off of focus, but it got right back.
Come on, Mika, get some pumping going on. And the many. Look at the flow, he just doesn't stop. No, he stopped. We still have some time, guys. Oh, that was a danger move. You wanted to drop it in, right? Oh yes, oh yes. Good one, that was a good one. He's saving something special for us. Watch out, watch out. Keep going, keep going. Damn, so close. You guys still saving some energy, right?
So, Foggy, how we doing, man? Do we already have the winner?
I don't want them to stop, but I really like the flow of Mika. I like how he's doing the 50-50 grind without pegs. Did you see how he's riding?
Yeah, that
Looks
was
like a vertical riding
pretty.
on top of the coping.
Yeah, we have a Christian, I think, riding now.
Oh,
yeah!
yes.
Oh my God! He was spinning and rolling all the way.
It's so hard to
These
judge,
tricks,
like saying
they
who was
just
the
look
best.
easy. They're not. Okay, do we have a nice big air over there, man? Beautiful.
Yes.
So, do we have all the riders? One more go.
Yeah,
And then we finish, and then we decide who's the winner.
exactly.
Oh, he's paying a
Yeah.
visit to the DJ.
We wanted to see
Whoop,
something
whoop.
like that.
Beautiful.
Using the DJ.
I mean, this is creative sport, right?
Everything about skateboarding and BMX riding is technical, and so
Yeah.
is filming, you can see.
It's thinking out of the box and being creative.
So good.
So good, guys. Thank you for now. What do you say, Foggy? Who's the winner?
Dude, I gotta go with Mika. I like his flow. I like he was
Mika
riding
fish
up
rods.
and down.
Let's just give us a.
I gotta go with Mika.
Mika, show up. Just do another air. A big round for today.
Yeah, give an applause for Mika and
Contest
all the
winner,
guys.
Mika. Perfect.
What we should do for Miha is do a nice cinematic portrait later.
I complete. Key one, definitely. I'm gonna put it on the shot list, man, for later on. In the meantime, we got another
Thank you very much.
question that we would like to answer. So, Jean, please.
Yeah, hello again. So we got very interested question from content creators that look like he's blind. Correct, Freddie? Yeah. So I would like to say at Canon we have a very strong concern and a lot of action and activities around diversity and inclusion. So please contact us. We are always in touch also with Canoning in Japan to raise the kind of requests, especially when this kind of requests come from content creator as you are. That's why I'm looking at the camera. So please go to the webpage Canon CEE. There is an email. You can send an email and it will be sent to me. My name is Jean Mazel, and I'm also in charge of diversity and inclusion programs. So we will start to exchange. But again, it is very important to start to discuss together. So very good question. And yes, we are doing a lot for inclusion. So let's start to discuss together. And maybe Simeon is specialist also in diversity and inclusion, so maybe he can add something.
I love it. Yeah, for me, this is a subject I'm really passionate about as we work with those who have disabilities seen or unseen, hidden. And your question was a lot to do with how can we enable those like yourself who are blind or have other disabilities to be able to storytell and to be able to create, whether that be with camera control and the placement of the buttons, whether that be functionality with the apps, using web utilities which might have accessibility built into them. We know it's definitely something that's top of Canon's mind. This is an exploratory journey that everyone's going on together, and I know for myself and also for Canon, we're really happy to hear your thoughts, comments, also your suggestions.
Yeah, so please, there is a lot of email. You can also in the chat box maybe put your email or any contact. I will personally contact you, or you can send an email from the contact email on Canon CE webpage. Thank you very much for your question and see you soon.
Thank you. And just so you can almost place this, we say visually, just for yourself, if you're listening into this as a blind individual, this is a fantastic skate park. We are underneath a bridge right now. So if you're able to hear at times a slight rumble of traffic, it's because we are underneath a bridge. We have sunlight that's coming in from the right-hand side of the frame, but supported by external lighting as well. We've got a really balanced contrast because we've got two lights of the tungsten in the background. And in the center of the skate park, where we have essentially, we call it the pool, they're essentially been doing the tricks, doing the performances, as the cameras still manage to track, often using autofocus. In other cases, they've been using manual focus as well. And what we're able to see is consistency in the shots when we switch from camera to camera. And we're also making sure that the storytelling has got the, the wide shots, but it's also very dynamic with shots that are closer, much tighter as well. So we've got those variations. So thank you very much for listening in and bearing with us through this broadcast, and also to everybody else who's been joining us on this session.
Perfect. I don't know about you guys, but I would like to see the best skateboarder trick.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, DJ, we are getting back in action. Everybody, please go to your position. Let's not just start, let's give a couple of minutes, just a minute or two, for the cameras to go back to their positions. The C70 is ready. The handheld is getting ready. Let's bring in closer a little bit the crane. Perfect, guys. I'm already feeling new, amazing cinematic shots coming. The riders, I mean, they are fresh and they love to ride the skate park. So I think And the DJ is keeping us all pumped up. Beautiful. Let's start with the best trick skateboarding contest. Foggy, please take over the mic.
We're going to bring back.
To know
We're going to
your
bring back
opinion
Foggy.
and take on this. And let's move from this. And skaters, the floor is yours.
Fantastic. So we've got Foggy, who's been on the Slovenian national TV commentating on skateboarding. So we're handing the mic over to you.
Thank you. So I'm having both of the mics right now, or what? Yeah. So now we're gonna see a lot of action going down. Right now, Matjaž Petenik is trying to skate, and I'm trying to look at him, but I have to look at you. So, Beno Machen, drop it in. Show us what you got. We're gonna see a few lines going down for a few minutes, and then I'm pretty sure guys are gonna do their best for the best trick. Guys, are you enjoying what you're seeing right now? Thank you. That was a nice bonus on the bank. This bank is pretty steep. It's not as easy as it looks. Who's next? Aydin, let's go. Aydin said he's gonna pump it up a bit, going in with the frontside 50-50. Try to do the boneless, going backside, and Pedro already dropped in with the feeble that didn't go the way it should. He still has some time. Let's see what Peno has. That was a nice frontside 180 with the nose grab, just to warm his body up. And that should be a nice backside lip slide to fakie. It didn't go quite well. He's gonna get it for sure. Go, go, Aydin, go.
What an amazing flow of these riders, guys.
You look at that, backside boneless to tail, and even the, oh, he wanted to go with the revert. Drazen, how do you remember Slovenia's skate scene while you were skating? We didn't have something like that.
I mean, Bedo, he's riding it like a true cowboy. Okay, he tried to do 180, was it a hard flip or 180 front side?
I think he tried to do with the frontside flip, but he's doing it the way Chad Muska used to do it years ago.
Sliding it.
You got it.
We still got a couple of minutes left.
Cowboy style, let's see.
Oh! Oh my God!
And the best trick didn't even start yet.
This is definitely a hot item for the best trick. Like,
I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. Yes, I did.
180 frontside flip, ladies and gentlemen. This is something, you know.
Pedro, then we want to see you some dancing moves.
Way to go, cowboy.
This is skateboarding. This is the way it should be. You gotta keep it fun. You gotta enjoy it and do tricks. Do something like Beno just did.
Okay, we got a couple of minutes left. Yo, the dancers, I'm kind of missing my dancer crew.
Beno,
where are you?
You got it. Third one should be a charm, but you still have some time to do the backside lip slide to fake it. I didn't go into fakey, yes. This is what we've been waiting for.
Okay.
Cowboy moves. Cowboy's coming. Okay. I smell something creative going on. Getting close with the finger flip.
If you're asking how come his head doesn't come off, that's because he's a true cowboy. He never leaves his head at home.
I think the head is custom made.
Yeah.
With exact measurements of his head. Beno, best trick session is about to start in a few minutes, and I see you'll be warming up for this one.
Let me see our hip-hop dancers. Where are you guys? We got some funky tracks over there. I would like to see you in the shot.
Yeah.
Go around and DJ. Thank you, guys.
We want to see some combinations.
Let's combine elements together. Thank you.
But just take care of each other. The boards are flying. Ilko, I know you know.
Okay, 2 minutes left. Let's go for the final round of trying to nail the best trick contest so far.
You can join dancers. You don't even need to skate. You did the frontside kickflip. You can dance with them. Look at that. If
Yeah,
this is
I
not
mean-
skateboarding, man.
This is it. This is it. This is like the team effort, combining stuff.
So also for our gentleman or person that's blind, we've got everyone's dancing at the moment, getting carried away in the background as the skateboarders are working up and down the pool. So everyone's getting a little bit carried away.
Today, James' session is a true one. I mean, this is what urban culture and urban sports are all about. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah.
DJ, just stand a little bit down. We're gonna announce the best trick.
We're gonna take a few minutes and we want to see go down what hasn't been done before. Okay, guys? You skated for like approximately 7 minutes. You showed us all, but now we really want to see it go down the way
So
you know
who's the
how
winner,
to do
man?
it. If you ask me right now, Bedo did it with the frontside kickflip.
The frontside
frontside
kickflip
kickflip.
from Bedo. Bedo, show up. Come on, man, come over here.
Matjaž Bedin, do you still have something
Come
for
over
us?
here. I want to see you here, man.
We-
Just
we-
drop it.
Yeah, we still have some.
Oh,
I thought we were gonna do something
what a
else, but
show.
still,
Big high five, man.
the frontside
We
kickflip did it.
didn't expect it. How you feeling, man?
I feel very good. Cozy, good vibe, chill vibe. I love you all.
Cowboy vibes. Yes.
The emotions are getting through the roof. We heard a lot of really nice tracks, but now let's, DJ, do you have like a massive banger funk track that you could share with us? Because our dancers are all warmed up and they're looking for some new challenges. Come on.
What about that? Skaters don't want to stop.
Do you got some funk for me, man? All right. Željko, are you feeling it? Okay, guys, all the cameras, let's move toward here. And I think there is something nice coming up.
Yeah, so in a minute what we'll do is
Željko is kind of feeling it. Wait a moment, Mr. DJ. Just, whose track is this? You don't know? Okay, can we put something together? Let's try to make something that goes well with this song.
So this is
Choreography in the making, and guys, I think this is a great opportunity not just to talk about cameras with the guests, but I would like to invite all of our guests, if you want to take over the slider, the C300, just feel free to go and nail some nice shots.
So if you want to get hands-on, please feel free to come forward. If there's a camera, something that you actually want to operate yourselves as well, all you need to do is give someone a tap on the shoulder, and we'll do best to swap you out and get you directly involved with using the cameras if you want to. So I can see some of you creeping forward now, grabbing the camera of choice. Do it, do it, do it. Yes, that's fantastic. And this is DJ Recycle Man's own track.
Is this your own track, man?
Yes, okay, this is cool.
It's his own track. Unbelievable. I mean, Recycle Man, he's putting out his own track. What's it called? What's the name?
It's time for funk. Zeit is a funk.
Oh my God.
Are you ready?
I think we are getting ready. Let's just keep rolling a track. Let's get some nice shots.
All right, all
Over
right,
here.
all right.
Let's just focus on the dancers.
Tunel, grafit na steni, muva se clever, podnevi v temi, trezno, previdno, inteligentno, prezno, dva koraka ob strani, nahaja se brezno, nasproti kolu, ovira na poti, ignoranca na cilju,
Recycle Man is performing live.
Radijo sem Vigo, to mesto je luno, ni nekaj kockice lego, kao center sveta, pravi kapitalizem, občitek realen, da spet socializem, job imajo vsi, arabec, butalec, daleč preblizu, Slovenec je bratec, škajšišči babu, sprašujem črnec, njega ne bom, ganđo pečem v buri, Mirni nek zvija se džanki, spet čas je za funky. Yeah, spet čas je za funky. Underground, jo ga pičijo vlaki. Včasih se zdi, da oko so čudaki. Spet zunaj na prostem, se diha normalno. Delavci šibajo hitro tovarno. In barve se vrsje, da multikolori. Ljudje vseh koncev planeta okoli. Normalno je prosto, skoraj kar ni normalno. Telefončki posod, planetarno veljavno. In Litva, Latvija, Nigerija, Romunija, Italijano je več, kot si misli Italija. Mafija ruska, o tem res ne vemno. Ni pomembno, žgem si muziko na telefon. Še zmer mi je smešno, da sem funky klon. Sam se prdujem, niš ostale moj face.
Če se vam cedijo sline, ko da ste čokoladni manki. Polje dvoma, dragi frendi, da smo vsi funky napolitanki. Če se vam cedijo sline, ko da ste čokoladni manki.
Raise your hands in the air.
Spit just as a funky.
We are having an amazing time. Let's feel the vibes, people.
Love it.
I'm back once again iz Vesoljske ladje. Jaz sem pač klasik, to so gadje. My fresh punk flow kot ponavadje. Sveša, vešo, mladi zadje. Message nafuna za se glave mlade. Tudi tune iz gay parade. Frende, lesbe in kameraze.
Čudno da me vajo baby rade.
Kje ste bratje, kje ste sestre? Vsi otroci kar da beste. Slište tole, imam sebe. Funky music za me vide. Lele, ta moment je zdele. Da nas pelje v veselje. V vesolje, deep in space. Funky music, drum and bass.
Če se vam cedijo sline, ko da ste čokoladni manki. Polje dvoma, dragi frendi, da smo vsi funky napolitanki. Če se vam cedijo sline, ko da ste čokoladni manki. Polje dvoma, dragi frendi, vsi smo funky napolitanki.
Spit čas je za funky.
All right, a big applause, guys. A big applause.
So,
Thank you.
everybody, if you want to come closer, we will close the session today. Come closer. Come.
Thank you, DJ Recycle
To
Man.
all the performers, thank you very much. Amazing. Thank you very much.
Oh, you can stay down there. You
Yeah,
don't have
stay
to
with
go.
us.
We
Come
like
with
it.
us.
Come on,
Come
we
with
bring
us.
everyone
Please,
together.
please,
Come on
please,
down.
please.
I love that.
Please, everybody come in front of the camera.
Come over here.
Yeah.
Come on in, come
Please,
on in.
please, come.
Please grab yourself a skateboard or grab yourself a BMX. You're going to try this now.
Okay, so Terry, Marius, Taka, come. Matic, Boshan, George, Benga, Nikos. Okay, so thank you so much for. Oh, yeah. So thank you so much for everybody to have been connected. Thank you so much to everybody there who organized the event, performers, technician, camera operator, Primoz, Goran from Adria region, all the technical guys that are there. Thank you so much. It was amazing.
Round of applause.
Yeah.
They need some
Good
energy.
luck.
Woo!
DJ, thank you.
DJ Recycle Man. Take a bow.
And Martin, thank you. Okay, so it is the end of our Canon Vision episode 2, Slovenia.
Absolutely. I think, look, you've taken us through a number of different setups through equipment that's been used, I guess, in a different way to the way sometimes we technically or typically think of using it. And really looking at blending that production, cinematography, but then taking that all the way through, not to just live stream, but also, into broadcast as well, and working with the larger sensors, working with different bodies and different lenses that are almost, in some cases, crossing across a couple of different categories within the Canon range as well, bringing them all together in order to be able to show you, I guess, what it's like doing something that is live. But this has been pretty much unscripted. You know, we've literally just been having a jam session with talent. Anything could have gone wrong, but when you work with a fantastic talent, a great creative vision, but also with the right technology as well, then anything becomes possible. So thank you.
Thank you, Simeon. Drazen, if you want to say a word.
Sure. It's been a great pleasure being part of Canon Vision 2022. I think we put an amazing job. We got the flow, we got the vibes, and we delivered some amazing content on the way. And we nicely bridged the gap between broadcast, cinema, and live. And I think we've proven the simplicity and the versatility of the Canon cinema, and we were not just talking about it. We demonstrated it works. This is a system that's simple to use, efficient, and reliable, and this is something all content creators need.
So we've been running live. Now we can ingest the footage of the cameras. We could probably do a little highlights reel or an edit, because that's possible, because we've been recording internally. So that becomes really possible. That's really cool, exciting. Now we just need to think of ideas for Canon Vision 2023.
Yeah, or maybe second edition this year. Yeah, it's coming.
I think that's a wrap, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody.
Let me see your hands in the air, guys.
Bye.
Whoa. Beautiful moment.
Just wanna be a mini-me. I just just wanna be a...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Canon Vision's Connected Experience.
Once again, I'm very happy to be part of a Canon event to share our experience on set. My choice of lenses.